Hi there everyone, it's Jen here. How are we doing today? Very warm welcome to you all. I have my drink and my snack today. I haven't had that for a while. I have a gingerbread latte, Costa Coffee, gingerbread latte. I made it a while ago. It's a wee bit cold. Well, lukewarm. And a Tunnocks tea cake. A Tunnocks tea cake. We love a Tunnocks tea cake. Now, I've got a package and I'm also looking for my scissors. Okay, not diamond painting today. It's a craft kit. So 2 or 3 years ago, going back 4 years ago, I started looking at subscription services for various bits and pieces, and I did Easy Whim. I did my diamond painting. So they were diamond painting ones, and I also dabbled a little bit in craft subscription boxes, and I subscribed to too many, and it was just a bit overwhelming. I think I subscribed to about 3 or 4 different companies, and it was just a bit overwhelming. I did a couple of 2 or 3 boxes for each, and I was like, no, I'm done, there's just too much here. But I've been rethinking things lately, and I thought, let's have a look at this again, but don't overwhelm myself like I did 2 or 3 years ago. 4 years ago, however long it was. I think it was about 3 years ago, in all honesty, 3 years ago. So I thought, let's choose one. And we'll, carry on with it for maybe 3 months or so and see how it goes. The other reason I've chosen this one is they have an advent calendar, which I haven't received yet. This should just be the November box, the November craft kit. However, I have got an advent calendar on order from them as well. The company is... I need to turn it over because I've forgotten. The company is Craftiosity. I have done stuff with them in the past. Looked at their kits. The box is really cool, isn't it? It's quite light, which makes me think it's either papercraft or yarn or needlecraft. I have had what did I have in the past? I had modelling clay and plaster work and various bits and pieces, but this feels reasonably light. They contain everything that in there that you need, apart from things like pencils, rulers, that kind of thing, scissors. So here we go. Welcome to Craftiosity, your creative adventure delivered to your door. Hello and a very warm welcome to Craftiosity. Craftiosity began in 2016 with the sparkling of an idea of the subscription box. One with new creative projects each month with a modern twist, and to make things that were not only fun and beautiful, but could also be used to enhance your home. You're now joining, or in my case, rejoining, our community of thousands of lovely crafters who've created projects with us. Each month, our small team carefully design your kits with the same ethos to make projects that would excite us and to make it easy for you to be creative, enjoy, and happy crafting. The team at Craftiosity. Now, I think this comes in at around about £25. I will have a little look. I will put the price up across the screen now. It's in the UK, by the way, just in case you're wondering. So it says more time for creativity. I'm not going to read all that. And this is the treat your favourite crafter. Hold on. There we go. Use code FRIEND22. So if you want to do this, I'm just wondering, if you type in that FRIEND22, You get £5 off your first box. They do introductory ones anyway. I did get an introductory offer on this one. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go into pause. I'm going to drink my coffee, but I don't want to hear you. You don't want to hear me slurping. This isn't mukbang or ASMR. It's craftiness. Right, I'm refreshed. I've had my coffee and my turnip tea cake. Now, one of the things about the my craft club, which is very different from Craft Club, I think, because I've seen them advertised on Facebook. But the cheapo nasty My Craft Club subscription boxes, I found that their craft kits were a bit cheap and nasty. You're the kind of, these ones I found were a wee bit more fancy, a bit more upmarket, a wee bit more premium. That's the word I'm looking for. Kind of like the kits that you might buy in like Hobbycraft, or if you're in the States, Michael's. So yeah, kind of like those. Those of you who crochet, I noticed that Tom Daly has got a set of kits in Hobbycraft at the moment. Crochet ones, I think. Yeah, I noticed that. That popped up on something that I was looking at. Okay, and so the adventure begins. We've got some lovely tissue paper. What are we making? What are we making? Oh, a cool winter felted wreath. So, oops, I'm trying to avoid the sunshine. Who am I kidding? It's a ring light. We've got this felted wreath. So, included in, so let's read from the top. It says, the cool winter felted wreath. Welcome to your cool winter felt wreath project. Inspired by frosty mornings and calm winter skies, this project combines soft layers of felt, metallic threads and shimmering silver details to create an elegant decoration for your home. Now, I hope there's not too much sewing, because I don't really sew. Buttons and darning and hems are as far as it goes for me. Although I do cross stitch, I prefer a counted cross stitch to a stamped cross stitch, but I don't do embroidery. So, but this looks like it's not too bad. We'll see. It may have the hot glue gun come out. Where did I got to? You'll be cutting, stitching, shaping and layering your felt pieces to make a beautiful wreath that captures the magic of the season, a perfect piece to display through winter or gift to someone special. Take your time to enjoy the process and let your creativity sparkle. And you know what I like? Video tutorial available. And there's a password to get into it. I love this, the fact that there is a video tutorial. I'm a very visual learner. I don't do well with written instructions. I prefer to watch. And if I can watch and if I watch something and do along with it, I pick it up really quickly. If I'm just reading instructions, I'm absolutely hopeless. I really, really am. I know my strengths. No, I can't. I'm not very good with instructions, but I do like a video, and even better, a class. You know, having someone sitting next to you doing it at the same time, that's even better. But you know, we just have to use YouTube. I learned to crochet from YouTube. Yeah, taught myself how to crochet from YouTube videos. Anyway, including in your kit, you've got a white metal hoop. Okay, well, let's go through that when we've got it, as we're pulling it out. So it says, included in your kit, white metal hoop, which is here. Oh, it's not bendy. It's quite, oops. Let's take it out of the plastic. That's solid. It's not flimsy at all. I mean, there's a little bit of give in it, but not much. That's good. 6 felt sheets in white, natural cream, pearl grey, wood sorrel green, coconut ice blue. Ooh, that sounds nice. And hydrangea mid blue. So here's our felt sheets. So we have got, so this is going to be white, natural cream, pearl grey, wood sorrel green, coconut ice blue, and hydrangea mid blue. So that's our felt sheets. White metallic thread and silver metallic thread. So there's our white and there's our silver. Oh, and there's a little needle in behind the white thread. We've got a needle stuck in there, so that's that. So yeah, embroidery needle. 4 silver glitter felt balls. Oh, I've got, there's 3. Oh, there's number 4. Okay. Quite. Okay. Yoo-hoo glue. Oh my god, Yoo-hoo glue. My papa swore by Yoo-hoo glue. This brand's been going forever and a day. Yoo-hoo glue. Embroidery needle, which we saw, and design template. So we've got 2 different leaf shapes. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different petal shapes, and we've got a holly leaf shape. Yes, lovely. You will also need scissors, pencil, ruler. So yeah, I mean, these kits, from what I remember in the past, they give you everything, but except for just like general bits and bobs you would have around the house, like scissors, pencils and rulers. So it says, key top tips: as you create each leaf or flower, place it on your metal ring and continue making pieces until you're happy with the number and arrangement for your wreath. Oh, that's quite cool. So like it's kind of like, you know, here's what to do, but you don't need to follow it exactly. Just go until you feel comfortable, which I like, given that little bit of flexibility and freedom to put your own little creative spin on it and not just copy what they've done. But then it's good that they've got it there, that you can copy it. So that is excellent. When stitching your leaves, take care not to pull the thread too tightly, as it can distort the felt. Okay. To prevent visible pencil lines on your finished wreath, turn your felt pieces over once cut, so any marks are on the underside. Kind of makes sense. If needed, use a small dab of glue to secure the thread ends on the back of your leaves and flowers. And this is craft kit is not a toy and not designed for use by children. As well as the video, we've obviously got pictures as well. So if you don't have access to get to the video, I mean, we've got all the instructions there, very, very detailed instructions actually, with pictures. It goes all the way up to part 7. Yeah, part 7. Very, very detailed instructions. And down at the back, it's basically you know, key tips on experimenting and doing it your own way. How long does this tutorial take? The hands-on time for this kit is around 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much stitching you do and how full you make your wreath. So I suppose the more stitching you do, if you hot glue, which I've got a feeling I might hot glue. Well, we'll give the stitching a go. I'm not going to shy away from it. We will give the stitching a go. And we'll try and not have the hot glue out. But this looks like the kind of thing I could do over a weekend. Spend a couple of hours on a Saturday and a Sunday doing. So I think what I might do is I might do that this weekend. And be something different to do compared with diamond painting and gaming. And yeah, I'll show you my finished wreath. In fact, that is what I've decided to do with these kits, is that instead of just unboxing it and going, oh look, this is my kit, and because these projects are quite lengthy, as in, you know, several hours, I don't feel that doing a video showing me making it up is going to work. Although I don't know, I might do a couple of little bits on camera. I haven't decided yet, but I will show you my finish, and I will show you my finish at the end of this video here. So it's all going to be in the one video. I'm going to open up the kit, I'm going to work on the project, maybe show a little bit of the workings, but you will see the finish at the end of the video. I've decided that's something that I would like to do from now on my channel, with my diamond paintings, with any paint by numbers that I do, and also with any of these little extra craft projects that I do. I would quite like to show the completion at the end of the video. Yeah, can I ties it all up nice and neatly, and that way, if any of you are interested in this kit, you can go and get it. They have the company has a store where that you can buy previous kits. So it's not just like you don't just get it through the subscription. If you kind of go, oh, I quite liked when Jennifer did that. I saw that. I thought that looked really good. So you know, I'd quite like to have a go at that. Then you just go on the website and you can buy it. So yeah. Anyway, so stick around. You might see a little bit of me working on it, depends, but you'll definitely see the finish. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so before we get on to sort of like looking at what I've done so far on the wreath, I have got my other package from Craftiosity. Now, there was a little bit of a lost in translation thing going on here, I think. I ordered what I thought was an advent calendar. And I thought it was an advent calendar, like, oh, there would be maybe 12 or 25 little packs to open up. Well, you can see where this is going. I did buy an advent calendar, but it's a make your own advent calendar. As I said, lost in translation. I do not think I will be making it up for this year. Because of the way it is, because I did have a look on the website when I realised, I thought, oh my gosh, I think this is a build your own advent calendar. So I did have a look on their website, and I did actually get mail shorted a sneak peek for the kit. So oh, I think this has gone to the wrong person. I honestly think this has gone to the wrong person. It's addressed to me. However, there's actually a personal note in here. Oh my gosh, right, okay, I'll leave that to the side. I wonder, oh gosh. Right. Okay, so I've got, and so the adventure begins here. Okay, it is the advent calendar. I think the note just got put into the wrong thing. I don't know. Ugh. Anyway, oh, that's a shame. And I've got, well, what I can do is I can contact the team at I can contact the Craftiosity team and see I know that you can gift these. They have a gift service. So it could be that the note for this person's gift was, you know, put in with the kit that I ordered. Oh, that is so sad. I will contact them though and let them know. But this is the advent calendar. Maybe now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't open it up, but hey, it's a bit too late now, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So yes, it is a make your own advent calendar. You know, I'm thinking that because of the nature of this, I might not have it as an advent calendar. I might do something else with it, but I'm going to think about it during the course of the year. We have felt again. We've got a dark green, we've got a blue, dark blue, a white, sort of like a tan colour, and a red. Oh, that's throwing me now. That's throwing me, that little note. I wish I hadn't seen it. Now, we have got 25 little bags. Should have anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 there. They're kind of like a canvas style, but a soft canvas. Actually, no, maybe canvas is the wrong word. They're simply little cloth bags, drawstring with them. These really nice string, drawstring. So what was there? 13 there, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there's 25 little bags. We have got templates. Okay, so there's circle, flower, square. It's a square with the scalloped edges there. Circle with scalloped edges. I said flower, didn't I? It is a bit like a flower. Large star, smaller star, like a luggage tag, stocking, another sort of small rectangle with scalloped edges, which would work well as a top for the stocking, wouldn't it? Some baubles, another star, more stars, smaller circles, teeny tiny, well, I can't get away from them, can I? Teeny tiny teardrop, holly leaf, various other shapes, crosses, triangles. That looks a bit random. Oh, that could be like a robin, couldn't it? An outline for a robin. And then that little teeny tiny teardrop could be his beak. And this is wing. Ovals. So there's a variety of shapes there for you to play with and make up images with. We also have the numbers there. Oh gosh, I've got an awful lot of a shade going on at the moment. Sorry about that. So we've got some numbers going on here, 1 to 25, and then larger numbers to cut out. I suppose you could use your own numbers, or you could use these as templates, couldn't you, and cut the numbers out in felt. We have got 3 different types of metallic thread. We've got the blue, it's lovely and sparkly, and a gold and a green. I still have white and silver left in my other kit, actually. I still got some of those, so I could use those. You could stitch those numbers on, couldn't you? Onto the bags. You could stitch them on. We have got these little clothes pegs and some lovely, oh, this is nice and soft. It's almost like a yarn. In fact, I think it is with a gold metallic, sorry, a metallic gold thread running through it. So it's like a soft kind of tan yarn. A needle. Yoo-hoo glue. Oh my gosh, this stuff, I've forgotten how stinky it was, and I've forgotten how good it is. I'll come on to the Yoo-hoo glue when I would do the wreath. And that is it. No instructions. I wasn't really expecting instructions. There is a little bit of information on the website about it, but it's basically a, you know, it's a, I was about to say it's a free-for-all. It's sort of like, it's an unleash your creativity type of thing. You can do whatever you want. You know, you can. It's up to you basically how you style and decorate the advent calendar. So, look, it's not what I thought it was. I will see what I'm going to do with it. I'm not entirely 100% sure. I might use it for something other than an advent calendar. I folded these. Tell me how. I folded these along the fold line there, but it doesn't fit in the box. They were only folded once. If I do it this way, kind of fits in. Oh, I think they were tucked, weren't they? It was tucked under. So I'm going to put this away for another day, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with it. As I said, I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to do with it. I may not use it as an advent. I may use it for something else, but we'll see. So there we go. Lost in translation. I'll put that little. I'll leave that little note out, because what I'll do is I'll contact them, because that's a shame that actually. I'll look a gift note in there for someone. Right, okay. I'm going to have a little sip of my coffee, and then we'll go on to the wreath. Okay, I'm back. Oh, it's a good job I decided not to do any of the assembling on camera, because let me tell you, 2 to 4 hours. No, I think I've probably spent about 6 hours on this already. Okay. There were some bits of felt that I haven't used. I stuck with the colour schemes that they suggested in the booklet and on the tutorials. Maybe the reason why it took me longer is because I actually made up more than because I thought to myself, I'd rather have more and not use them than less and have gaps. So I've got the holly leaves here. The gluey bit down here is a wee bit messy. But yeah, we have our holly leaves. This one, unfortunately, I folded the wrong way, so you can see the pencil lines. But yeah, these are done individually. Now think about it, maybe I should have grouped a couple of them together. But we'll do that when we make up the hoop. So these were probably the easiest thing to do. You've got the stitching down the middle. I will say stitching with this metallic thread was not the best experience in the world. I'm not the greatest when it comes to embroidery type stitches. No, I'm not. I'm fine at cross stitch, but when it comes to embroidery, it's not my, or decorative stitching, it's not my jam. But look, and to do it with a metallic thread was a bit of a struggle. Also, the thread was quite thick compared with the needle. The eye of the needle was very thin, and the thread, I could barely get it through. My eyesight's not the greatest. I did think about, I tried to use a needle threader, no, that didn't work. I had to persevere. So maybe that was the other thing that increased the time, because as I said, I'm not really into embroidery, decorative stitching. But saying that, I'm quite proud of those. So we have the holly leaves. These silver balls, which came with the kit, are basically your berries for your holly leaves. So you could attach them there. All glued on. And my Bayek, that glue's good. It's messy, it gets everywhere, but it's really good. It dries hard within like a minute, but it's not as harsh as, like, say, a super glue. And of course, it's not a hot glue, so it doesn't burn. The other set of leaves were these kind of trefoil leaves, so I've made 3 of these up. So as you can see, yeah, my decorative stitching is not the best. But yeah, so same again down the middle with the silver thread. I think the other one had white thread. Yeah, the other one had white thread. So that's silver thread. It's very messy at the back. It's not my proudest moment. But we're not going to see that, are we? Well, we did there, but we're not going to see the back. Again, attached with the glue. That glue is so robust. That's brick hard down there. The last leaf shape was these large oval leaves. It's got kind of like a blanket stitch around the side, as you can see. Let me put that down. It's got blanket stitches around the side. I'm okay with blanket stitch. However, again, with this type of thread, the metallic thread, you see there, sometimes it didn't really close properly and maybe left a little bit too much of a gap. So yeah, blanket stitch is one of the few decorative type stitches that I'm okay with. But even then, it's just not that great there. But anyway, that's our like our long leaf. Right, flowers now. Easiest ones were these fringed flowers, which is basically just a big long rectangle which you fringe and you rolled up and then glued. It said to glue it at the end, but I actually started gluing it as I went along because I didn't want it to unravel. Again, this one I've twisted the wrong way, and you can see pencil marks on the outside. But never mind, I'm not too fussed. So yeah, our fringed flowers. These ones here, I'll put these down. This one's probably the nicest one. These little flowers here, we've got the fringed bit in the middle, like we had just a smaller version of this, and then we have our petals around the outside. These were, they weren't too bad to stick on, but they're quite cute. And then we've got these monsters here, which unfortunately this one went a wee bit squint when I was gluing it in, so that's a shame. But never mind. Those of you who are into your stitching and your embroidery might recognise these things here. That's French knots. If there's one thing in cross stitch, well, embroidery as well, you know, what little I've done, well, there's multiple things in embroidery I can't get to grips with. But in cross stitch, see, when I see patterns with French knots, I nope out. I'm like, nope, I'm not French knots. Oh my God, I struggle with them. However, here, with that metallic thread, I don't know, because it's kind of like, it grips more because of the metallic thread. It's not so slippy as normal embroidery floss or cross stitch floss. I actually found them not too bad. So I've got a little cluster of French knots in the middle there. In the centre bit's been stuffed with some felt. and then you've got this large flower here. So I'm actually quite proud of this. A little bit messy at the back. Look at that. But that should be down here. But it looks nice at the front. It's just a shame that that one went. See, that one's a little bit put together a bit better, but that one went a bit squint. Anyway, what we're going to do is, I've got more here than I need for the hoop. I did think, oh, we could go all the way around, but I don't think we can. It's going to be quite tricky just because of the way they attach. Because I was like, how do these attach onto the hoop? What you're supposed to do, what you do is you make little felt loops, and you loop it onto the hoop. You stick your felt hoop on. Well, I'll show you when it's done, but like you make a little hoop out of felt, a little ring, and then you put it round here, and then you glue your bits and pieces on. But what we're going to do is we're going to sort of like arrange these somehow. We're going to make an arrangement here. I might put that bit to the top. Because what we can do is I can do a large loop of felt up here. Maybe in one of the, oh no, it wouldn't work, maybe in white. But we can make a large loop up here, which we can use for hanging. I think would work well. So it's just a matter of playing now and deciding on where we want everything to go on this hoop, and then we'll take a picture and hopefully recreate it. So I want to kind of go off center a little bit with these flowers, sort of like that kind of vibe there. Maybe stick, well, like bunny ears, don't they? Maybe pop a couple of leaves back there. Maybe another leaf there. Or maybe this way. Okay. Let us pop that there. Maybe stick a couple of holly leaves. Maybe here. Maybe not. That's looking nice there. Maybe try and mirror it over at this side a little bit. I kind of want to offset these a little bit, maybe like that. Let us put some of these flowers in. Oh no, but maybe some of the darker blues. Here. Maybe up here. Oops. Or maybe a cluster. Twos are never really good actually, are they? You're better in threes. Aren't you even numbers? We could kind of go here. Little cluster of three maybe. Keep them together. Yeah, that works. Let's get some holly in here. Down at the bottom. And maybe a little cluster of, no. Maybe just put a, I don't know if I like that. I prefer maybe the leaves up the top and the holly berry at the bottom. Maybe one of these flowers here. Looks okay. another couple of holly leaves up. No, maybe, no, that's too pale against those, isn't it? Might put another one of these grey leaves up here because I quite like those. Oh no, don't like that. I might put in I mean, this is all going to be a little bit off at the moment, and because they're going to move around a little bit. Yeah, we might put some holly leaves up here. I'm now thinking 2 leaves behind here is too much. I might just leave it to the 1. Yeah, that's a lot better. A couple of holly leaves. I've made too many of those big long leaves now. Right. I like these flowers grouped together. You know that? Rather than, you know, group the small ones together but space the larger ones out. I'm not a big fan of that holly berry down here now. But I do quite like the flowers bunched together. Put that back around there. Goes in there. Yeah. Maybe stick one of these longer leaves up here. My goodness. I've gone all quiet as I'm playing with all this. God, you could spend hours just sort of like arranging and deciding where all these go. I think I'll go with my original idea, actually. I will put a couple of holly leaves down here, but I won't put a berry on. Maybe just the one holly leaf, actually. And that can go here. Maybe pop a berry here somewhere. I won't get any prizes for flower arranging, I'll tell you that much. I'm not too sure about this leaf here. Let's take that away. I might go back with my original idea. Pop a leaf up there like the bunny ears. I need something down here. Pop some more holly leaves in perhaps. I've only got 2 left. Oh no, I've got 3 holly leaves left. They're not going to be angled exactly right. What I'll do is when I glue them in, they'll look a lot better. But we're kind of getting there now. I now don't like these here. They did say one of their top tips was to play with an arrangement before you actually do it. because then maybe that up here. Yeah, that's looking better. That's looking better. Yeah, it's to play with an arrangement before you actually commit. I still don't like this leaf here. I think this leaf is going. Okay, so we've got that. And we need some, we'll put some more holly up here to balance that out. We could have one on either side of the hoop, couldn't we? The little ball. Should we put the little ball in? Maybe on the top. Oh no. You feel like you want to use everything that you've made or everything that's come with the kit, but sometimes, you know, less is more. It looks really busy down here, not a lot happening up here. Should I stick that in there? I don't know, it looks kind of out of balance to me because we've got all the green over there and all the blue over here. So maybe my thought of putting those in a little cluster isn't the best course of action. Maybe put or up here. I think I'm liking this a little bit better. Yeah, I'm liking this a little bit better. It makes it doesn't look quite so out of balance now. Yeah, I think having that no, I don't want that. I think having that blue one there made it all kind of blue and then going into the green. However, I think I do want a little bit more green over at this side. So maybe not with the, well, don't know. Maybe like that. Oh, it looks like a smiley face now. Maybe that up there. And then this one tucked under. Do I want another ball? Probably not. Some of these have moved around a little bit. Hold on. Something along that kind of line, I think, is what we're going to go for. Yeah, that's something along that kind of line. That looks quite nice. We'll see. I'll take a picture and we'll see what it looks like. I'll start to sort of like glue bits and pieces together, and yeah, we'll start to glue little bits and pieces together, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see what it look what the finished articles looks like. So I'll yeah, I'll get on with that, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so here's my finished wreath. I decided to sort of go just over halfway up the sides. You will see that It's changed a little bit since the one that I was playing around with. So it's changed a little bit since then. The glue is all now dried. It's super hardened. Hopefully no bits will drop off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of ribbon or something, I think, up at the top here. Or maybe just hang it like this. I'm not entirely sure. I think, you know, it looks nice. I mean, it's this coated, it's metal, but it's coated, and it tones in with the rest of the design. I think doing it all the way around would just be too much. I did notice when I was reviewing the footage of me playing around with where I was going to position things, that a lot of this bottom half was kind of cut off a wee bit, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, that's it. There we go. That's it done. If you want to know how they're stuck on, the back doesn't look great. What you do is you make little tabs out of felt here, and loop it round the ring, and then you attach your flowers and leaves onto that, onto these tabs. I glued these together. They were all individual, but I did glue them together into clusters. So like this is one cluster here, this flower, and these two leaves here. So I glued them into clusters before I actually put them onto the hoop. But yeah, for a first attempt, kind of like felt work and this kind of thing, flower arranging, I suppose, if you think about it. Yeah, for a first attempt, that's not too bad. Yeah, I think I've done not too badly at all. I'm going to hang this up. I have a hook behind my door here in my spare bedroom / craft room, whatever. At the moment, my calendar's hanging from it. So when my calendar sort of like finishes at the end of December, and we'll put this up there. In fact, I think I might just put that up there just now. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think? That's not too bad, is it? So yeah, I might do this like every month while I'm doing these kits. Obviously, I'm not going to do the Advent one. But yeah, I might do these every month. So like whatever kit I get through, I'll open it, we'll work up the project, and tell you my thoughts. So overall thoughts, final impressions of this. This is the November craft project, monthly craft project from Craftiosity. It's making a felt flower wreath, winter wreath. It said it would take between 2 and 4 hours. It took twice that. Whether or not it's just because of me not being used to this type of thing and taking my time over it, then so be it. I would say do take your time over these kits. Some bits are rushed, some bits I took my time over, and I think I know which ones. You know, I kind of rushed out a little bit. But yeah, take your time over it, enjoy it. You know, these kits are like, they're not cheap. Let's put it this way, they're not cheap. So it's worthwhile spending time over it so you don't ruin it. Did I enjoy it? Actually, yes, I did, in a weird old way. I sat and watched TV while I was cutting out my felt shapes and gluing them together and doing some stitching. So just put on a couple of really bad movies and yeah, worked away at it. But yeah, I think it took me, you know, near the 6 hours or maybe even 7 to do. I did it over 3 days, 2 or 3 hours a day. So yeah. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, definitely. What do you think? Anyway, that is it from me. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you for spending some of your time with me today. And I will see you in the next video, which will be diamond painting related, and it might even be my Advent stuff. It depends how and when this goes up. Actually, it's more likely to be my November finishes for my diamond painting double-sided adhesive challenge, which is looking good. Is looking good. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to say cheerio. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye-bye.